Welcome to Crime and Wine. I'm Pamela Fagan Hutchins, your host, and this is the show where I talk with other crime fiction writers about the stories of thrills and suspense that will leave you mystified, sometimes horrified, and always wanting more. Please join me in welcoming today's special guest. Hello out there, everyone. I am your host of Crime and Wine, Pamela Fagan Hutchins. And today I'm here for a special purpose on behalf of Bouchercon San Diego 2023 to welcome and to congratulate the National Guest of Honor, New York Times best-selling author and all-around nice guy, CJ Box. Welcome to the show, CJ.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Well, a little bird has told me / all over the internet that you have a new Joe Pickett release.
That's right. February 28th, the 23rd Joe Pickett novel came out, Stormwatch. It's right over here over my shoulder. We just found out its debuts at #1 on the New York Times, both hardcover fiction and combined hardcover and ebook. So it's gone very well.
I would say that is very well. Congratulations. And you just are keeping it fresh. I tell you, I love the Pickett family.
Well, that's one. Yeah, that's been, readers have been able to kind of watch the family grow up since the very first book, because they've all taken place in real time. And Sheridan Pickett, who plays an important part of this novel, was 7 years old in the very first book open season, and part of it was told from her point of view.
I've enjoyed too watching the screen adaptation on Paramount Plus, and so with fingers crossed, is there a season 2 in the works?
There is. It's in the can, so to speak. We're waiting on the announcement date. We think it'll be in May, to be exclusively on Paramount Plus. When I say we, it's not the royal we. My wife and I, my family, are very excited about it because we think they did an excellent job in season 1, and we know that they're sticking to the books, and I trust the showrunners for season 2.
Well, congratulations on that as well. My husband and I literally subscribed to Paramount Plus so that we could watch it.
Oh, great. Let them know. That's good. That's good.
I should. I've got to ask you, such a really well-deserved honor, National Guest of Honor for Bouchercon San Diego 2023. What were your feelings when you first heard?
Well, I'm extremely excited, even though I now have been publishing novels for 23 years. I still always have this feeling that I'm the new kid on the block. And it's amazing to me to finally get this honor, be a guest of honor. I remember going to my very first Bouchercon back in, I believe, 2002. And just being in awe to be around the other authors, the real authors, and readers who were much more versed in this genre than I certainly was and am. So it's quite an honor overall. I'm looking forward to it.
I think one of the special things about Bouchercon is that the mix of readers and authors, and it is going to be super exciting, I would imagine, to be there with both readers and authors, seeing you reach this stage in not being that new kid on the block anymore. Have you been to San Diego before?
I have several times on book tours. Of course, on a book tour, that means you show up late in the afternoon, do the event, you're out the next morning. But I've been to a couple of events there as well. I do remember being there the weekend, the Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday, when the San Diego Chargers were in the Super Bowl. And I remember watching the game with locals at a bar, and that was fun.
Oh my gosh, how fun that it was San Diego in the San Diego Super Bowl. Do you have any special plans for San Diego for this trip?
Well, no special plans beyond what's being offered and what's available. My wife and I are both going to come and spend the entire time, participate in a lot of events and panels. I assume, I haven't gotten the panel list yet, but I'll certainly participate in whatever I'm asked to do, and just kind of enjoy the city and enjoy Bouchercon.
this VoucherCon, for me, I'm excited not only to come and see you as National Guest of Honor, but I love San Diego, and it's a beautiful time of year to be in San Diego. It's been a hard winter for those of us in Wyoming.
Yes, yes, yes.
Have you been battling the snow down where you are?
We have more snow than we've ever had since
Yeah.
we've been here. We have about 3 feet on the ground, and as we speak, there's a rotary snowplow going up a side road at our ranch just to open it up, and it's taking them a long time. It's been unbelievable.
I guess we'll have great spring wildflowers then.
That's right, and perhaps great spring floods.
I'm terrified about that. Maybe, well, spring flooding, maybe a great source of inspiration for a future Joe Pickett novel. Who knows?
That's right. I did do a flood in one of the earlier books, but it may be time again because this last book I somehow was prescient and predicted this huge winter when I wrote the book last year. Now it's all coming to pass.
Well, then be careful. Be careful for us what you put in these books if they are foretellers of the future. And so the other series that I followed is, of course, Cassie, and I'm wondering what's next for her.
Well, there will be another Cassie Dual book at some point. I've gotten off the pace of a book and a half a year because it's just too much. So
Yeah.
it may be 2 or 3 years before there's another Cassie Dual. But I like that character. She's pretty popular with readers. And it's interesting to me that there are some readers who have only read the Cassie Dual books and stay away from this crazy game warden, and vice versa. So yeah, I want to do that. I like writing books from her perspective.
I think that they are very different feels and tones, the two books, and it's fun to see those different pieces of you as a writer coming out. But I have long loved Joe Pickett, long loved Joe Pickett, not the least of which is because he has a really smart wife.
That's right. Much smarter than he is. And I know about that firsthand.
Well, I'm glad to hear your wife will be coming with you then to San Diego because one must have the smart wife along.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh,
She's very much looking forward to it as well. She's not a beach person, but I think she'll enjoy San Diego.
well, there's so much to enjoy there. SeaWorld, the San Diego Zoo is fantastic, Coronado Islands. So just throwing some ideas out there on how to make her stay there as wonderful as possible. But I'm so super excited for you about this honor, about you being our national guest of honor for Bouchercon San Diego 2023. So congratulations again.
Thank you. Thank you again. I'm honored and it's my pleasure.
And for those of you out there that are tuning in, please go take a look at Stormwatch. And that's number 23 in the Joe Pickett series. So if you haven't read them before, you're going to be busy catching up from 1 to 22. And for next week, be sure to tune in. I'll have another special guest. And thanks to Bouchercon San Diego 2023 for making this interview possible. Bye, everyone. And thank
Goodbye.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today on Crime and Wine, chats with crime fiction authors and Pamela Fagan Hutchins. We hope you enjoyed this episode and we'll check back in with us next time for more thrills, suspense, and stories that will mystify, sometimes horrify, and always leave you wanting more.